Hello Pioneers, and welcome to another edition of Inside Canyon Springs. I'm Alex Noriega.
And I'm Nakia Berry. And in this episode, we take a look at what kind of music teachers and students listen to. What kind of music do you listen to, Alex?
I'll listen to any kind of music that will make me happy and want to dance. What about you?
Well, I mostly stick to hip-hop, but I'm open to anything.
That brings us to our next journal.
And Ariel Foreman and Brianna Levsack talk to students about their favorite artists.
Mostly it's like anything that really sounds good to me. Mostly like rap.
You know, reggaeton.
Everything.
Bachata. Some rock.
Just hip hop.
I'm into hip hop.
Jazz.
Chill reggae music.
Old school rhythm and blues.
Basically everything.
Country sometimes.
R&B. Hip hop music and rap.
Hip hop. R&B.
Country. Christian music.
I like Lil Wayne right now.
Neo.
Yeah, mostly I just listen to Lil Wayne.
Like Tupac and Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Alicia Keys.
Like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus.
Linkin Park. Chris Brown.
All the Jonas Brothers.
Like that dude Mozart, he be getting down on the piano.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
Jason Mraz.
The Temptations, the Isley Brothers, Gerald Levert.
Lil Wayne. Who else?
Would you say music is a big part of your life?
Yeah, it is, because when I get stressed or when I'm mad or something, I just go and I listen to music.
Because it like relaxes you. Like when you're doing work, you feel all this pressure, and then just when music comes on, just you feel relaxed. You can do your work more.
You know, they could learn things through the lyrics from the song.
When I'm bored or just doing work, like homework, studying.
It sets the mood and style of how I am certain days. If I listen to a good song, I'll be good. If I'm down, I'll listen to bad songs.
Well, most of us can probably guess what's on each other's iPod. Like Alex, I bet you have Phantom of the Opera and ballerina music.
Yeah, but can you imagine what's on a teacher's iPod? Mr. Dodge probably got his iPod filled with Madonna and Lil Wayne.
Well, Jasmine Williams finds out what is really on teachers' iPods.
On a student's iPod, you would expect Lil Wayne, Beyonce, Panic at the Disco, or even the Jonas Brothers. But for teachers, it's very unclear as to what they're blasting in their cars or listening to through their headphones.
Normally in my car, you're going to hear contemporary Christian music. I like to listen to 90.5. I think it's really uplifting, and that's what you'll normally hear. Sometimes you might hear country, but normally Christian music.
I listen to a little bit of everything. I listen to everything from some Metallica, some old rock music like AC/DC, to rap, even a few instrumental things and stuff like that.
Right now it's tuned to 92.7, so I listen to the Mexican radio station just to practice my Spanish, and I really like the music too.
Many factors contribute to teachers' interest in certain genres of music.
I'm a pastor, so my Christian beliefs are very important to me. It's very uplifting, it's positive, it puts me in a praiseworthy, joyful attitude, so that's why I listen to it.
I think the biggest influence, we'll actually have a radio down in the wrestling room, and I think that's where I got into the rock and stuff like that. I used to listen to that before my matches, kind of get hyped up and ready to go. So
I really hadn't been exposed to it a lot before I came here, and they brought in some CDs, and I really enjoyed it. It's been really fun.
Music serves as an outlet for the many emotions teachers deal with.
Had a rough day or want something that's uplifting. In Christian radio too, I mean, it's not just music. So for me, it's spiritual. There's preaching on there and a lot of different things. So it's not just the music. But yeah, when I want to be uplifted, positive, that's where I go.
Even for the wrestling team, we'll play some rock music when we come out for the matches and stuff like that, or even in the wrestling room when we're practicing. So it kind of gets me in the mood to go out there and do battle and do well in athletic events, stuff like that. So
Usually if I want to get pumped up, then I'll listen to it, and if I'm trying to relax, obviously not. But if I'm going somewhere or driving, then I'll want to listen to kind of louder music.
Even before the iPod, music played a major part in their lives.
I've been listening to different types of music probably ever since I was a little kid. I think everybody listens to music, even when they're a little kid. You're listening to radio or whatever.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, more than 20 years, long time.
Mostly just this year, like over the summer I started.
It's apparent that teachers listen to a wide variety of music, whether it's liked by students or their own unique style. For Inside Canyon Springs, I'm Jasmine Williams.
The traditional way of making music is on live instruments.
But in our next feature, DC shows us how music in the 21st century is made on computers.
In the new age, things are constantly changing, from clothing styles to music. But not only is music changing, the way music is being produced has evolved from full bands to compositions as simple as computers and keyboards, turning band classics into one-man band hits.
I'm Curtis. I'm a drummer, and I use Fruity Loops XL to make my beats.
With music being composed on computers instead of instruments, there could be a debate on musical talent between each preference, but some believe that each note is composed equal.
I don't think people who make beats on computers are more talented than people who play it live, and people who play it live are more talented than people who play it on computers. They're just as talented to me because you got the rhythm in the ear for it.
Even though talent levels may be equal on computers and on instruments, computer music composition still has to be practiced and mastered.
Instrument comes easy. Making beats on computers isn't easy, but you have to learn. Once you learn on the computer, it's just like anything else. Like, when you learn how to make beats on the computer, it's just like doing anything else you do on the computer.
Mastering music on a computer may only be a learning process away, but music on live instruments may have a connection with the artist that computer music may not.
The live beats, those are the ones that usually have the most heart put into them.
With computer music and live instruments almost seeming like two different worlds, there may come a day where people get sick of computers and start using live instruments only, or people all move to computer-made music and instrument players fade away.
If some people want to do that, then yeah, but if they want to just use regular instruments and write them themselves, either way it will work.
You'll always need actual musicians. Yeah, you always need that. They'll never die off.
And since there are supporters of both computer-composed music and live instruments, these supporters have a few words on the music critics that claim computer music isn't real music at all.
Shut up.
Whatever type of music you make, from piano, keyboard, whatever, it's all real music to me.
For Inside Canyon Springs, I'm DeCarlo Matthews.
KCSLTV6 is introducing a new program that is going to run almost every Friday.
Miguel and Esteban did the first documentary to start us off.
Here in Canyon Springs, the broadcast program plays an important part in our high school by incorporating our school values into Good Morning Pioneers and Inside Canyon Springs.
Well, I want to expand what we're doing. I want to see us doing, we've got a monthly news magazine now, and I'd like to see that become twice a month. We've talked with the people at Channel, at Cox Cable, about doing a show where we can get onto the public access channel. But to do that, we really need to put out a good solid half-hour show that interests the community as a whole.
We let everybody know what's going on in the school all the time, from these long stories that we do that are 3 minutes to just the morning news. We give people insight on everything that's happening, and without broadcast, the school would be, in a sense, lost of what's really going on.
With all the negative media our school gets, the students here at Canyon Springs find a way to not only fight media back with our own, but find a passion they never knew they had.
Well, first of all, to be in broadcast, you can't just be a slacker. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work and time and effort. And obviously bad kids, you couldn't prosper in something like that. And so it just shows that all of us aren't slackers and bad kids and whatever you want to call us, because we're working for a greater goal in this program.
There are a variety of kids here in broadcast split into 3 different levels: broadcast 1, 2, and 3, with the option of taking broadcast 3 for a second time. Broadcast 1 covers only the basics, laying a foundation to be built upon in Broadcast 2 and 3.
So the kids start out in Broadcast 1. They have they do a writing unit at the very beginning because they need to learn to write correctly and to write for in a journalistic style, of course. And then they will move on to learning to use the Final Cut program, which is what we use for all our editing. Then I slowly moved through a unit in photography and then actually getting into doing news stories and setting things up. So they really get the basis of everything they're going to do for the next 3 years in Broadcast 1.
Broadcast journalism definitely lays down the basics of what you need to know about editing and cutting film, and you need to know how to tell a story from beginning to end.
Being in broadcast requires a lot of dedication, and at times it consumes more time than most would think, but they know the responsibilities that come along with it.
Oh, it's amazing. I've got kids who are in here at 6:30 when I get here in the morning, and they'll stay. Last week with the football game, there was 4 kids who were here till 10 o'clock at night doing it. I mean, I think there's some kids who probably put in an extra 20 to 30 hours a week just for the broadcast classes.
I spend a lot of time here at the broadcast studio because it's what I want to do and I have no life.
Broadcast is like my life. Like, that's all I do is just broadcast. Like, when I come to school, I do my work, go straight to the broadcast room. It's something I'm good at.
Some of those who have made the extra effort and are now graduates from the program have gone to college majoring or minoring in broadcast, taking their knowledge to the next level.
A lot of the older kids, they would come in and like critique my work and give me tips, and as they see me more in the broadcast room, I just got to know them better, and then so they'd help me out because they knew I was ambitious to get good at broadcast.
My mentor was Trevor Royer and Demetrius too a little bit, but mainly Trevor. Trevor just taught me everything, basically everything I know about Final Cut and how to produce inside Canyon Springs.
I think both of them helped this like program just to grow. No, what?
How so?
Just like their perfection of all their work. Just their stories were perfect, their sound was perfect, everything worked out for them, and we've been known nationwide.
Yet before they get to college, many of the students only have dreams to hopefully aspire to their highest potential within the program.
I definitely got a lot better with my broadcast skills than I did my first year here. I used to have trouble just doing basic keyframing, and now I do that every day.
I hope to one day get an award. One award would be fine with me, that would be really good, but I know that from Demetrius and Trevor how much awards they won, that I've seen that it is possible to do really good in the program, especially the program that we have.
In these past year or so, my freshman and now sophomore year, I've just learned everything. Just from the teacher, I've learned stuff, and I just branched off. The other kids teach me stuff. I research stuff on my own, just how to do different things.
I just like to do basically what I'm doing right now. Just going, being a producer, a director, just anything high up there. Even working behind the camera is fine with me.
Broadcast 2 requires the students to work harder and give them more responsibility as they start to develop the characteristics of a journalist.
In Broadcast 2, you're working on Good Morning Pioneers and just helping everyone learn the news.
Broadcast 2 kids are responsible for doing the daily news show. So they come in the morning, they produce the news show, they'll actually run all the cameras and all the equipment in the studio. They do the stories, the commercials, PSAs, everything like that.
Broadcast 3 takes on the torch left by the alumni, building those set standards to the next level by taking on many new challenges.
The next year in Broadcast 3, the kids move on to doing our monthly news show, which is, as you know, is Inside Canyon Springs. They also do the monthly or the weekly documentaries. We hope to get it weekly or bi-weekly, where we do The Canyon, which is new this year. That's going to be the students tell a story about something at the school. It's just sort of, I kind of based it on the TV show Carrier on PBS, that I want the kids to find a different part of the school every week to take a look at. They're also doing commercials for, PSAs rather, for the PBS, Vegas PBS, the public station this year. And the advanced kids will do their job is basically to put out the special projects, if you will. And of course, there's some back and forth between Broadcast 2 and 3. We'll have Broadcast 3 kids fill in when Broadcast 2 kids are gone and so forth.
Within 4 years, and now in its 5th, The broadcast program has won many awards on both the local and national level, including winning Best in Show here in Vegas 3 years in a row.
We won Best in Show 3 years in a row. Last year we won Best Commercial, 3rd place, music video, all type of things. It's just, we go to a broadcast festival and just blow out, and that just shows how hard we work, and it pays off at the end of the year.
We have a wall full of awards, and I know we received a lot from STN, which is Student Television Network. Like, for example, we've gotten 1st place in a PSA, and we competed nationally before. So I know our program has really gone far in only 5 years that we've been open. And from the beginning, when it was, if you look back at videos that we had before, it was nothing compared to as it was now. Mr. Rizzo and also the students have helped the program grow a lot more, and I just hope that it'll keep on growing.
Mr. Rizzo helped me with my writing, first of all, how to put my stories together, and he helped me to not look like such a rookie behind the camera, like to keep my shots straight, you know, headroom, look space, everything just ties in together and making good film and broadcast, film and whatever. And so he's helped me with that, and he's helped me with my writing, my film, just everything ties in together. So it's a nice little foundation.
There is definitely a lot of potential with all the students we have in broadcast journalism right now. We have people who specialize in keyframing and such, and we have people who just tell good stories and they edit film really well.
In the last 4 graduating classes, a lot of talent has been lost within the program with the departure of many dedicated journalists who have helped lay out and set the standards of the program.
I think the last couple years, it's been DJ and Trevor that have perfected this.
There have been past students who have inspired me a lot and who have opened my eyes of what can be done in the program, and their love for it has made my love grow for it more too.
As for what the future holds for the aspiring journalist is completely up to them, but many hope to have a career in broadcast journalism in the near future.
I plan to go to college for broadcast journalism. I don't exactly know which college, but I'm looking at the top colleges that are really good in broadcast journalism. That's my main focus, if they're good in that major, because I know coming from a high school with a good program like we have, with good technology and good equipment, I want to go to a college that either has better or the same, at least the same.
I want to go to college and major in broadcast journalism. I would like to be someone who's behind the scenes, but my ultimate goal is to be a executive producer for movies.
I can see myself doing it later in life because it's like I have my baseball career, but then I also have this. So it's kind of like a fallback idea if that doesn't work out for me.
I'll either go to college and major in broadcast journalism, or I'll major in film, one of the two. Because, you know, film just ties into broadcast journalism as just the film part, but broadcast journalism as a whole, as in writing and film and everything. So I'll be doing one or the other.
With a whole new year ahead of us, we hope to not only continue, but raise the standards of our program as we work towards our school, broadcast, and individual goals. Reporting for Inside Canyon Springs, I'm Miguel Dorado with photographer Esteban Hernandez.
Well, that's all for today, Pioneers. If you want to check out this episode or any other episode, go to KCSLTV6.net.
Bringing you this episode of Inside Canyon Springs, I'm Alex Noriega.
And I'm Nakaya Berry.
DC shows us in our next feature how music in the 21st century is made on computers.
No, Alex.
Yes.
That was such a fragment, but I said you have to say but.
Hello, Pioneers, and welcome to another edition of
You're not even looking at him.
What?
He wasn't done counting down.
Oh, whatever. 1 second.
Area Foreman and Brianna Lepsack talk to students about what interests, what music. Oh. Well, we can probably guess